There's a place there, Lebanon Valley Youth for Christ. The person who's the main in charge of everything there had retired, and so Jerry stepped in. And I can remember him saying, who knows what this will be like? I don't know if God will have me here for a year, 2 years, 5 years, I don't know, but I feel that's where God wants me right now. I think when he had his first get-together, there was like 6 kids that showed up. That's how he started. He ended up working there for 46 years. So I think that's where God did want him. You know, he was, I say, very successful there at Lebanon Valley Youth for Christ.
Jerry became a person who was a spiritual mentor, director, and discipler of mine when I was a teenager. Jerry is the primary reason used by God to put my life on the trajectory it is of serving in pastoral ministry, and then in Christian education, and then ultimately in global leadership and the mission of God globally. And we've stayed in contact throughout seasons where he's continued to grow me and prompt me and speak into my life. And I'm just so grateful for him being faithful in that way to invest in my life.
And I remember being with him for some reason a couple of years later, as we were talking, maybe like 3-4 years later, and he was concerned and upset about the fact that he was still at Youth for Christ in Lebanon, that he thought that he was going to come back and it was going to be a stepping stone to something bigger and greater. And I remember that we had a conversation about, he turned it over to the Lord. Now we need to have faith and trust and just watch for his leading. It became a real prayer issue for me. But I look back on that conversation now and think, wow, what did the Lord do with that 3 years at Youth for Christ?
46 years is a long time. It's a lifetime. And we have seen God show up all the time. And so it was a small group of kids. It was small facilities. We've been through 7 building projects. We've been through all kinds of ministry changes, staff changes, board changes, family, raising a family, doing urban ministry, having targets on our back because the enemy does not like sharing gospel news. And when we started our ministry down into the city, we had huge attacks in all kinds of different ways. In keeping your eyes on Jesus and not on the circumstances, of not losing sight of the calling that God is faithful, and he's just asking you to trust him each and every day with each and every moment in each and every circumstance, and God shows up.
Looking back, what I valued most about my time at Lancaster Bible College is how it shaped not just my knowledge, but my character and calling. LBC was more than an academic experience. It was a spiritual formation. It was there that I learned what it meant to lead with integrity, to serve with humility, and to trust God fully with my life and ministry. The relationships I built with professors who mentored me, classmates who encouraged me, and a community that challenged me to grow were foundational. LBC gave me a biblical worldview that has guided every decision I've made in ministry. It taught me that true leadership begins with a servant's heart, and that the gospel is powerful enough to transform lives, no matter the context. Being honored by Lancaster Bible College, the very place that helped shape my calling, is profoundly meaningful. For 46 years, I've had the privilege of serving as the Executive Director of True Life Youth Ministries in Lebanon, walking alongside young people in the heart of the city. That journey began with the foundation laid at LBC. It taught me to lead with conviction, to serve with compassion, and to trust God in all things. Those lessons have guided me every step of the way, and I carry them with me to this day. As I reflect on this honor, I'm reminded that legacy isn't measured in titles or accolades. It's measured in faithfulness. It's about showing up day after day, year after year, with a heart surrendered to God's will. In the same way, for over 90 years, Lancaster Bible College has stood faithfully on the truth that Christ is real and the Bible is true. To be recognized by an institution that has remained so steadfast in its mission is both humbling and deeply affirming. This award is not just a personal milestone. It's a celebration of God's faithfulness through the years, and a reminder that when we say yes to His call, He does more than we could ever imagine. To LBC students, my encouragement to you is this: lean in. Lean into your studies, your relationships, and your time with God. Don't rush through this season. Let it form you. The lessons you learn here, both in and out of the classroom, will become the foundation for a lifetime of ministry and service. Be faithful in the small things. Ask hard questions. Serve with humility. And above all, keep your heart open to where God may lead you, even if it's somewhere unexpected. You're not just earning a degree, you're being equipped to make a difference for God's kingdom. That's a sacred calling. Embrace it with joy, courage, and commitment. And just know that I'm cheering for you.